All right, besties, grab your tea because Stephanie Jenkins just served up a meltdown so messy, it's basically TikTok fireworks. The drama queen's newest saga, blaming every single hater and negative comment for her total brand deal drought. And honestly, it's a wild ride watching her try to spin this mess. So here's the scoop. Stephanie jumped on a video to clear the air, but instead it was more like a full-on rant where she threw major shade at anyone who dares to criticize her. Her whole vibe, if my posts don't apply to you, keep scrolling, hunty. Bold, right? But then it gets even juicier. She insists she's not the one starting the drama. Oh no, it always finds her. Girl, that's the classic "I'm innocent here" line. But honestly, it just sounds like deflection.
Okay, so I made a comment earlier that I just kind of wanted to elaborate on a little bit because I feel like it did come off a little harsh. Also, when I say stuff, if in the comment section you're reading it and you don't feel like it applies to you, then it doesn't apply to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Because when I'm talking snarky, it's because you sent that snarky energy first. I'm never going to be the one to throw the energy first. It usually comes at me first. And I feel like I'm saying first a lot. What I'm getting at here is when we do make it past this fucking hurdle, and we will, I know that we will. I said we won't have a community to look back and thank. If we were receiving as much positive engagement as we do negative engagement.
Then comes the emotional twist. She says when her family finally escapes this haven, which, let's be real, has been dragging on like a never-ending reality show, there won't be a supportive squad lifting them up.
We could have so many more doors open up for us that don't open because of that. No brand deal wants to be tied to a content creator that has as much negative engagement as I do. At least I'm not seeing any. And as well as like no other content creators that, you know, we could collab together and maybe push content for each other. No one wants to be doing that with me. So, and I'm not saying like pity me. I'm just saying I don't know how it's expected of me to continuously thank a community of haters. I am incredibly grateful for the people who are supportive, who I'm trying to build relationships with. And you could see, I feel like you guys should see that I'm trying to do that because you maybe not see it, but I DM like easily 100 people a day. And then I go into this, I try to engage in the support group. I try to engage in my comments. I do what I can, but I am one human. I am incredibly grateful for the community of people that we are building.
And here's the catch. The doors she's dying to open, not food, housing, or stability for her kids. Nope, she's talking about brand deals and sponsorships. Because obviously, that's what matters most, right? Now, let's spill the real tea. Brands aren't dodging her because of some random keyboard warriors. They're steering clear due to the serious allegations floating around. Neglect rumors, chaotic content that screams instability, and family drama that's gone public. These aren't small issues. They're huge red flags that make any smart company think twice before linking their name to her. But wait, Stephanie isn't done playing the victim. She also throws a major side eye at other creators who apparently don't want to collab with her, but then wonders how she's supposed to keep grinding with a community of haters. Sis, pick a narrative. You can't have it both ways.
Stephanie is once again blaming us for the reason why she's not successful.
We were receiving as much positive engagement as we do negative engagement. We could have so many more doors open up for us that don't.
Because we are not more supportive of her motel living lifestyle. Us wanting better for your kids doesn't make us haters. A hater is someone who dislikes the good in someone else. We are just calling out your bad behavior and not normalizing it.
Other content creators that, you know, we could collab together and maybe push content for each other. No one wants to be doing that with me.
Stephanie, I would love to go live with you and ask you a few questions, but of course no other content creator wants to be tied with you because they don't agree with your lifestyle. You don't have good editing skills, you don't have good lighting. You have over 300,000 followers and you still haven't figured out how to use a ring light. I'm gonna collaborate with you and help you out. It goes behind your camera, not in front of it.
No brand deal wants to be tied to a content creator that has as much negative engagement as I do.
Stephanie, it is not the engagement, it is you. No brand wants to be tied to a mother who doesn't give her kids their basic needs.
On top of all that, she bragged about sliding into at least 100 DMs a day and joining support groups like she's running a charity. But then right after, she drops the "I'm only one human" card like clockwork, as if that explains everything. Plus, she made it crystal clear she's got zero love for the people leaving negative comments. Talk about mixed messages. Then, in the ultimate plot twist, she shifts gears to global problems, declaring she's waiting on divine intervention to open those elusive brand deal doors. Yes, instead of accountability or the hard work to change her image, she's banking on God to make it rain collapse. Talk about faith over facts.
But as far as the people who just negatively engage in our comments, I don't think I have anything to thank you for. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Also, if you made it this far, there's so many more things going on in the world, bro. There's so many more things going on in the world that deserve attention. I'm just grateful that God continues to let this opportunity that I prayed for my family continue. And nobody's going to stop an opportunity that God put in front of me. Nobody's going to close a door that God has open.
And to soften the blow, she slid in a caption thanking her supporters for their unmatched energy, while simultaneously throwing shade at those hunting for negativity in her engagement. Girl, the mess is real, and she's serving it hot.
So Jenky is blaming us for her homelessness. She's basically saying, in this video that she posted like 4 hours ago, she says that if she had positive engagement rather than negative engagement, that she would be like so much more financially stable, that she would have all of these brand deals and all of these collaborations. Is anybody gonna tell her? Is anybody gonna tell her? Janky sweetie pie. It doesn't matter about your engagement. You're just not the face that brands want to associate themselves with. Fix what you're posting. Fix your content. Change your content in some sort of way. Make yourself seem, I don't know, somewhat better. And then maybe you'll get brand deals. Maybe people will want to work with you. Either way, engagement is engagement and TikTok pays for views. So, you're still getting your bag.
So where does this leave us? Stephanie's busy blaming everyone and everything but herself for her brand deal drought, refusing to see her own wild choices and chaotic content are what's really turning companies off. She's gone full delusional, thinking haters are the enemy, while completely ignoring the fact that no self-respecting brand wants to touch a creator tied up in neglect allegations and CPS drama. And that whole DMs 100 people a day flex, imagine if she put even half that hustle into applying for real jobs. That's where the real bread and stability live. But nope, she'd rather chase elusive sponsorships that don't fit her story or situation, leaving her stuck in an endless loop of brand deal rejection and online drama. Sis, is brand deal suicide, and the receipts don't lie.
So basically she's on a little video crying, saying that no brands want to collab with her. No other TikTok creators that are famous or anything want to collab with her, and she's heartbroken, right? Because that's what you care about when you're living in a motel shelter, is how you're not getting the brand deals that you think you deserve. Yeah, I don't understand you, Stephanie Jenkins. I really don't understand why you think that should be like at the top of your priority. You should really focus on your kids and just making sure that you have a home before you try to get all of these, like, I think she wants to live in glamour. Like, Stephanie Jenkins in her mind is like, incredibly amazing and everybody wants to be like her. And so she feels entitled to all these brand deals. Like, it's cuckoo. I don't know, she's a trip.
Here's the wildest part, babes. Stephanie doesn't even realize that all this so-called negative engagement she's whining about, that's actually what's keeping her name alive on TikTok. Without the haters dragging her through the mud, most people wouldn't even see her on their For You page. The same critics she's clapping back at, yeah, they're the ones fueling the whole circus. The ultimate irony is that her drama is literally the only thing giving her any spotlight these days. Let's break it down, besties. Stephanie talks big like she's racking up brand deals, but the truth is she's stuck in the same old content rut. Her editing, basic at best. Her audio, overlapping voices like she's arguing with herself. Lighting, let's just say she hasn't upgraded since 2019. And what's she even posting? Mostly raw, unpolished clips of her doing, well, pretty much nothing. Newsflash, no brand worth its salt is gonna throw cash at that kind of chaos. And while Stephanie's stressing over why the brand deals aren't rolling in, guess what she's neglecting? The real basics, like stable housing and the well-being of her 5 kids stuck in a rundown motel. But now, her biggest worry is chasing those upside-down sponsorships instead of giving her family a real foundation. Meanwhile, she's busy pointing fingers at strangers online, acting like the comment section is the real villain here. Girl, the real block is your own choices, not those keyboard warriors. She swears she's not fishing for pity, but honey, every other line is dripping with the pity card. She begs for sympathy while dodging any signs of responsibility. It's a full-time act. So her meltdown wasn't just about missing out on brands. It laid bare a mindset that accountability is totally MIA. Brand deals aren't built on mess and madness. They require trust, stability, and consistency, none of which Stephanie is delivering. The bottom line, she's running in circles, blaming everyone but herself for her stalled career and chaotic content. Real talk, her biggest issue isn't the haters, it's that she refuses to clean up her act. If she ever wants those brand deals that she's dreaming about, she's got to fix her content, lock down stability for her kids, and stop pointing fingers at strangers online. Until then, those doors she's hoping will magically open, they're gonna stay shut tight. But hold up, don't even think about clicking away, because while Stephanie's meltdown was all about doors slamming in her face, Gypsy Rose's Halloween costume, oh honey, that was about her throwing open a door she seriously shouldn't left closed. And trust, that tea is spilling next. Stay tuned, besties. This saga is just heating up.